I know. I have kind of this smirky little look on my face. I'm not exactly sure why I have that look. Um, but if I were to explore it, I would say that my guides, my friends, our guides are our friends, even if we're irritated with them. They're still the beings that care more about us than almost all other beings. And they are here to help us keep our agreements and not get lost in the world of form and go rogue and just start doing destructive things, which some of us have the ability to do and have done at times in the past, and that's why we're healing so many things in this lifetime, because whoops, who knew that was going to happen? They knew that was going to happen. They tried to warn you. Don't do that. Don't, don't, don't. He did it. Oh man, he's going to have to pay for that one for lifetimes. So, I understand. And I don't want to do anything in this lifetime that I'm going to have to pay for a lifetime. So I'm behaving as if every aspect of creation mattered, that I behave, which I perceive that it does. So, one card for today. The other reading was really good, and the reading ended with this card, and now this is the beginning of this cycle to come, and we got the High Priestess, which is the Major Arcana 2. It's a very interesting card. It's somewhat about the balance of the male-female energies, and we're coming into balance, even though it may not seem like it to some of you. It may not seem like it to me at times, but I feel it. I feel like this whole the whole ship's being righted, and all sorts of good things are going to happen, and people are going to wake up from being hypnotically programmed to believe some party line that only benefits that party. I'm saying that parties can be great, if you maintain some self-discipline and awareness while you're at the party. Okay, so showed you the picture. So I'm just going to give her a plug. Every time. Meg Jones Wall, A Tarot Journey to Radical Transformation. What else needs to be said? Finding the Fool. I am the Fool for this lifetime in terms of personality. And I'm also the Emperor for this lifetime. And I'm starting to feel like it's maybe better that I be more in balance between the Fool and the Emperor. So we're just going to bend this book because we want to be able to have it look like we have actually been reading it, which I have been a lot. Not just randomly, but just whenever I get a card. So, the High Priestess, the second of the major arcana, the planet related to the High Priestess is the moon, which is about cycles, wildness, emotions, and embodiment. So this is what we're getting right now. The number 2 is about sensitivity, intuition, psychic wisdom, choice, awareness, and duality. And the key words are crossroads. And boy, what a crossroads, because tomorrow opens up 10 days of galactic activation portals. I'm more excited than I am terrified. This is good. It's a moving in the right direction. It's about stillness. It's about inner wisdom, about stepping back from movement and trust in self-awareness. Those are good words. It's about personal magic, intuition, deliberation, choices, checking in with the self. It's about psychic power. It's about balance and receptivity. I love these words that I'm about to read. I just glanced at them and they made me feel better. A sense of calm washes over us. I can't close my eyes because I'm reading this to you, but if I could close my eyes, I would, and I'll watch this later, and I'll close my eyes and listen to the words that I'm speaking. A sense of calm washes over us. Froze on the screen. After the blaze of magic and possibility that set us aflame, after opening our eyes wide to take in all of the options before us, now is a time of gentle reflection, of deep awareness, of checking in with the self. Doesn't that sound so good? Our skin cools, our breathing slows. We hear water lapping at a distant shore and feel the gentle kiss of the potential that crackles at our fingertips is ours to wield, but there's no rush, no timeline, no one who can force our hand. Instead, this is a chance to observe, to be still, to heed the wisdom and experience and intuitive wonder that settle within us. When we embrace our unique brand of magic, when we rely on our mind and spirit to guide us, when we step away from the rush of the world and listen only to the steady beating of our hearts, certainty becomes easier to imagine, to feel, to grasp. Our future, what feels important to remember, to hold fast to. As we prepare to take our first steps toward our future, what feels important to remember, to hold fast to? As we acknowledge all that we do not know, which truths offer us comfort, sovereignty, and assurance? This period of questioning, this time of checking with the self, this stillness, that is a part of the evolutionary process. Mystery is balanced with serenity, trust in the self is affirmed, and a rich sense of personal magic and wisdom is celebrated. As we commit to the future we have glimpsed, we step into the grounded, thoughtful, self-assured energy of the High Priestess. There's something sacred about an intentional, purposeful pause. Not just for the stillness, for the opportunity to observe, but also for what we hear in the silence, for what our heart whispers when we slow down and take notice. The High Priestess brings composure, serenity, a different kind of confidence. This is an invitation for awareness, a chance to let our intuition speak, a time for checking in with the self and seeing if any of the paths that the magician laid out for us resonate. In sitting with silence, in monitoring our breath, in stepping back from the rush of movement to simply be, we see our reality clearly, recognize what energizes and inspires us the most about the path that we are on. The High Priestess makes space not only for our hopes, but also for our fears. Ourselves, intentionally or otherwise. We tuck things away in a quiet corner of our spirit and try not to examine them too closely, perhaps even forget that they're there. And when we're caught up in a heady dream, when we're rushing towards something new with passionate fire and joyful intention, it can be easy to let the momentum carry us forward, to get caught up in the excitement of it all, and never question where we're really going, what we're really doing. But the High Priestess wants us to recognize the progress that we've already made, to honor the steps that we've already taken and the choices that we've already committed to. And sometimes this figure reminds us that we have room to reconsider, to adjust, to make a change, or even go back to the drawing board. When we create opportunities to acknowledge the things that lie beneath the surface, we empower ourselves to reclaim any magic that we may have forgotten. Along the way, we are reminded that we are in control of when, where, and how our dreams begin to come true. We honor our emotions, allow ourselves to be in tune with our deepest, most internal stirrings. Our shadows, we can still show them respect. This is solitary magic, trusting ourselves, recognizing our agency in this journey. We don't have to keep going if we don't want to. Don't have to follow any particular path. Don't have to operate on anyone else's schedule. The High Priestess reminds us that we are the driving force, that we have ownership and sovereignty over our movements, and that we are allowed to dictate the terms of our progress. They're all that good. Finding the Fool, Meg Jones Wall, they're all that good. Thank you, Meg. You are a wise woman. Okay, that's it. That's the tarot card for today. in stillness, honor yourself. Now let's go.